I got the tripod.
What's going on, everybody? Danny Tran here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We're growing at a great rate. Today marks 22 days before my first show of 2020, my classic debut. So for this video today, I'm walking you guys through my stretching routine that I've been doing every single morning for at least an hour. I'm gonna speed up the process for this video just to make it easier for you guys. But if you're lacking strength, losing range of motion, probably not stretching. It's probably the easiest task to do, but not a lot of people do it. My performance has changed tremendously ever since I've been stretching for an hour. This is where I come in every morning to find my zen. I meditate here. I think about what I'm gonna be doing throughout the day and how I'm gonna execute it. Think about it this way. Think about it this way. If your muscle is being shortened and you're losing range of motion, you're not gonna be producing an adequate force to even push. So, means you're not gonna get the gain. What you're gonna probably need, if you do have one, is a foam roller. My revolt is a lacrosse ball. This bad boy here, this is the killer. All right, I'm gonna put on my little meditation music to get my mind going. So here we go. First things first, I foam roll. So I'm gonna go through and foam roll my calves, my hamstrings, my IT bands, my back. Try not to foam roll your lower back because that can cause a lot of injuries. I'm gonna foam roll my lats, my shoulder, pretty much everything except the lower back. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure if you're stretching, you're breathing. You're not supposed to be stretching and holding your breath, okay? Allow the oxygen to flow, get the blood going. So yeah, those. All right, everybody, so I just got done foam rolling my whole body. Next, we're gonna take a lacrosse ball and work around certain areas that are tight for you. So for me, it would be my shoulders, maybe my IT band and my hamstrings. I'm gonna roll around on this. And yeah, so one thing before you start, work from the ground up. So if you're probably having knee pain or lower back pain, it's probably because maybe the arch of your foot or even your toes are causing the problem. So what we're gonna do, the lacrosse ball here, and we're gonna slowly, oof. Guys, so we're gonna be starting the stretching routine now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start in a straddle, toes pointed, make sure your hips are rolled out, your toes are rolled out instead of taking them rolling them in. Your posture is everything when you're stretching. Don't be slouched over, keep a nice tall chest, straight back. Focus on your breathing, toes are pointed, and we're slowly just gonna reach to one side. And we're gonna hold it for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna switch. What you guys can do, if you feel like you need help stretching and you don't have a partner, you can always take a couple of dumbbells and set them right by your feet here, and slowly keep pushing forward until you are satisfied with your straddle. Keep in mind, as I stretch, I progressively get better. So, if I can, so can you. All right, next thing we're gonna do, a P-shaped stretch. a kneeling hip stretch. You're gonna focus on squeezing your glute forward, taking the opposite hand of the leg, reaching straight up and reaching back. Keep in mind, I'm squeezing my glutes and you feel right in the hips. An ankle stretch, what I like to do, never let your knees past your toes. We're just gonna push forward. And if you want to, you can go on your toes and work on pushing your heels into the floor. After we do that, we're just gonna go into a proper lunge. Make sure the back leg is on your laces. Push your hips forward. Chest nice and tall. I'm holding all of these stretches for at least 30 seconds to a minute. My splits, I'll be usually holding for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Pigeon stretch. I'm gonna use the wall for support. Make sure everything is in line. Go ahead and sit into it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sit all the way back on my legs here and then forward one more time. Legs straight. Going to 8. After I do that, I'm gonna go into my split, 2 to 3 minutes. Alright guys, so pretty much we're just gonna do the same thing for the right side. It's getting there, have a couple more inches to go. To be honest, I've probably got my split in about 5 to 6 weeks, stretching every single day. At this point, does it get uncomfortable? Yes, when I hit the bottom, but eventually your muscles get used to it and your range of motion will get there. So we're gonna do the same thing on the right leg, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I do to work on my middle split. So I just got done finishing in my right split. What we're gonna do now is work on our middle split. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the toes out just a little bit, about 45 degrees, and we're gonna sit into a sumo stretch. Sweet. All right, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and straddle from a standing position, and we're gonna work on just reaching left, right, middle, and then we're gonna go into our middle split. All right, here we go. Oh man, here we go. Toes are still pointed, hips are still rolled back, and we're gonna reach forward for the last time. On the list, as we're gonna be doing interior and exterior rotation of the shoulder. He's on the floor, you can do it against the wall, whatever you guys prefer. All right, so after we do that, bring one knee up, knee hug stretch. So what we're gonna do, what I like to do for my shoulders is I'll lean on one side, I'll grab my wrist and rotate my shoulders internally going this way, and I'll hold it. All right guys, the last thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be stretching out our wrist flexors, and our back. You don't have to add this or incorporate it into your stretching routine, but if you are posing, I don't care what division you're in, if your back isn't flexible, you're not gonna be able to open and make yourself wide. So, keep in mind, you can even try this at home. Grab your hands, and all you have to do is squeeze right here. There's a bunch of wrist flexor muscles in here. Just leave your hand, open your hands, and just squeeze it. It naturally closes, it flexes. So, keep in mind, if this is tight, you're not gonna be able to generate and hold anything really tight. So, just like your deadlifts and stuff. So cat and cow. All right, here's the last one for the stretching routine. It's the bridge. So, don't judge, my bridge isn't the best, but I am working on it. I'm gonna take our hand here, put it right next to our ears. All right, and we're gonna slowly try to push yourself up. And yeah, make sure to keep your feet flat. And you're gonna hold it. Make sure you're breathing. If you can, lock out your arms. After you do that one, you feel great. Feel great. Your back doesn't usually bend like that, but if you happen to increase the flexibility in your lower back, tell you what, your deadlifts, your squats, even your bench press are gonna go sky high. Yeah, pretty much I'll just turn this bad boy up and hit any other spots that I feel needed to be released that I didn't get from stretching, and yeah. All right guys, so that's my stretching routine. Hopefully that helped you in some sort of way. Yeah, man, I've been doing this stretching routine for the past 4 or 5 months now, and my body has been amazing. Recovery has been amazing, performance, but just keep in mind, you guys can always incorporate your stretches that you feel would help benefit you. This is what I like to do, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Just like for me, I feel like bodybuilding should be centered around 4 to 5 things. Weight training, diet, cardio, yoga/stretching, and meditation. Like those are the 5 pillars I think bodybuilding needs to be surrounded by, because why do you want to be so big and not be able to function? Like why do you want to be 250 pounds, just pure muscle, and you can't even make it up a flight of stairs because your hips are so tight? Or you can't even tie your shoes because your hips are so tight. So that's what I think. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, subscribe. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Gotta eat, gotta train. See ya. Peace.